sure.
Yeah, definitely. But you tuned into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast, episode 308 of the best goddamn hip hop podcast out there right now. If you're listening on YouTube and you're watching this video, man, go ahead and smash that like button for us. But most importantly, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell that says get all notifications, because you're going to want to be updated when some new news pops off. Speaking of some new news coming out of Coral Gables, Florida, professional boxer in Baltimore native Gervonta "Tank" Davis turned himself into police after a video came out the other day of him putting his hands around his girlfriend's neck and looks like walking her out of some type of venue down there in Florida. Well, actually, his ex-girlfriend is saying right now. Now, Gervonta pretty much put out a statement after this video went viral and said, "I never once hit her. I was aggressive. I told her to come on. That's the mother of my child. I would never do that." Well, it appears that he's pretty much been charged with simple battery and domestic violence. He is 25 years old. Say, man, you seen the video? People seen the snippet of the video on the screen. What are your thoughts on this? Do you agree with this charge? How do you feel about him yoking his girlfriend up like that?
Let's talk about what happened with the All-Star weekend. Not All-Star weekend, Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah.
In Miami. The video looked crazy.
What you think when you seen it?
What I saw, I thought he was going to be in some trouble. I knew some shit was going to go down. I knew it didn't look good. Grabbed her by the throat. Didn't grab her by the shirt. Didn't grab her. He grabbed her by the throat. And it's one of those situations kind of like Khalees and Knots, where we don't know the severity of the relationship, the ins and outs of it. We don't know if violence is something that's normal within them two, because his response will kind of give you the notion that this isn't anything out of the norm. And I'm not saying that. I am saying it's something out of the norm for me. I wouldn't grab my woman by the throat in public or in private to get my point across.
Do you see any situation where this would be warranted, i.e. she was with another dude? Because it looked like, if you look at the video, it looked like another dude was like dipping off as soon as they came, like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, he knew what it was. It was an entourage of people, nothing I could do, I'm getting out of here now. I don't know, I'm just off my observation, that's what it looked like. Is there any situation where that could be warranted if she was messing around with him or whatever?
Nope. You're Gervonta Davis. You're on pace to be the next pound for pound, one of the best pound for pound fighters in the world, with Errol Spence Jr. and Bud Crawford. You're in that conversation. You have to know better to protect your brand. Now, this is your girlfriend, your fiance, albeit. I understand how feelings can get. I understand how your temper can get crazy if you see somebody, especially somebody close to you, disrespecting you. I'm not sitting back and not saying I don't understand it, but you got to understand where you sit out here right now, and understand when that video goes viral, when you see them kids and then people looking in shock as you walk this woman through the thing aggressively, whether anything escalated off camera outside of that or not, it does not look good, and it's not going to end well for you. And now we find out, based off of that video, he warrant out for his arrest. Now, what do you think about that? Let's talk about that, because I believe personally what he did was wrong. Does it, if that's all we saw, does that involve, or does that render a warrant for his arrest and jail time, in your opinion?
In my opinion, my opinion kind of doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with the facts. It was done on camera in front of the whole world. Simple assault. Simple as me. If you was come over here and punch me, we was on live air, or somebody came in here and tried to beat us up or something, it'll never happen. We're on live air. You know what I mean? It just got caught on air. It's simple. You know what I mean? That got caught. It was a viral video. So it's almost like you give them no choice but to pursue charges. And then you got to look at the aspect of it too. When you're a boxer or MMA, I'm sure you can co-sign this. You have to register your hands. Jesus is legal. Not that he hit her. You've seen it, but he grabbed her.
He's a weapon.
And he forcefully moved her from another place to another place. We've seen what it was. And we know what happens in relationships. I'm not trying to get in the middle of that.
Right.
If she was cheating on him, I mean, a lot of dudes are probably going to go grab their chick and like, what the fuck are you doing? But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a situation where he gave it to the police. It's right there. Yeah. Look at me. I grabbed my girl by the throat. If you called the cops. Your good girl called the cops on you and just say it. They taking you away.
Exactly.
If they see it, they're taking you away.
Yeah.
Now, a simple assault, the difference between that and I think aggravated is skin being broken, blood, stuff, in my opinion with that. But how do you think this affects his career going forward? Now, you just say he's about to be the pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world. Do you think this could now mess it up?
Nope. Not with the sport that we're in. Not in the day and age that we're in. This is a day and age that it'll be here today and gone tomorrow. It wasn't an act like you said. It was simple assault. Likely of jail time is minimal. I don't really see anything happening. We don't even know the ramifications or how their relationship is at this point to see if she's either going to press or pursue even further charges. We don't know what's going to happen. But I don't think anything would affect his career in regards to this. I don't think that fights are going to stop being promoted for him. I don't think they're going to stop being booked. I think he'll continue to fight. I think he'll continue to make money. And if he's continuing to fight, make money, how's it affecting it?
He better take it as a wake-up call.
He has to take it easy. He's a brand.
He's 25 years old. He's young.
Yeah.
And, there's still no excuse for that. But again, 34 now, you're 35.
36.
36, even though that. So it's like things we thought totally different back then. Mm-hmm. And not going to say we would put our hands on a woman, but we would have done a lot of things different at 25 than we do 10 years later.
Yeah, fact.
So, hopefully that man can, learn from that. We know he's a Baltimore. He's on the hair trigger, a great fighter. But you do something like that on camera, you're going to get served every time, my brother.
And I'm sure somebody in his corner, close to his corner, like, look, man, sooner or later the cops are going to come and have you speak on this. So even though the press might not get it until later on, and they may run with it, be ready for it. Be ready to say the right things, move the right way, and move on from the situation because it didn't look good.
It's cameras on if you're a celebrity, you're a star, especially if you're out in the public, somebody got a camera, because maybe they ain't picked that up if it wasn't him. It was me or you. But when you're a celebrity, you got to know that anything you're going to do in the public eye, somebody got their camera. They're going to find it and it'll be coming out in TMZ in the next 25 minutes.
And let me say this, right? Because I'm sure, I don't know if we'll post this or whatever, but there'll be some people saying we're tiptoeing around certain situations.
How?
And that's the thing. We ain't going to sit back and go completely in on this brother or go completely in on this situation or dog individuals we don't know just to get some likes, just to get some entertainment to people that want to see blood or want to see this or want to see that. We're going to keep it all the way 100, try to keep it as honest as possible and trying to change the narrative a little bit, if we may, from a negative to a positive. How can we learn from this situation? If y'all don't like that, so be it. But I have a feeling people are going to say, oh, y'all tiptoeing, y'all do this, y'all this. Listen, we don't know these two individuals. The film looked real fucking ugly, did not look good. The brother needs to learn from this, and hopefully he does, because if he doesn't, and this paper trail continues, he'll see himself in further trouble, and nobody wants to see that.
They get served. It is what it is.
You know what I
mean? But hopefully that situation can mend itself and they can get the help they need, man, because that wasn't a good look.
Nah, if it was in front of kids and stuff like that, it didn't look good.
Right, definitely. But you're tuned to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Old God and Sam. And if you're listening on YouTube, go ahead and smash that like button. Also, make sure if you get an opportunity, go ahead and share this video, text it or share this video on your Facebook timeline to help get the message out with the content. I want to talk about this, Sam, man. Nicki Minaj, put out a little song today on her Instagram, flexing, and a lot of people are up in arms from a particular lyric she said about Rosa Parks. Now, what I'll do is I'll play a small snippet and I'll get your opinion on this. Here's Nicki. You heard that. I'm going to reiterate that for everybody. We heard it. I'm not going to repeat that. A lot of people, though, are going in about that lyric, believe it or not. See, I want to hear you first talk about Nicki Minaj's reference to Rosa Parks.
She's an artist. She deserves to express herself however she wants to. I'm not going to tell an artist not to write what they want to write. Never. I don't care how disrespectful, whatever. You're an artist. However you feel like expressing yourself, you express yourself. It was a disrespectful bar. It was, I get where she was coming from with the punchline and things like that. That's how serious she is. She drove the park, get your ass coming from the. I get the significance from it. I get what you were trying to portray. But you have some people out here that are very sensitive to that situation. People that grew up in the civil rights movement, people, grandparents that may have grandchildren that may hear it, the very slim chance that some grandparents may hear this and take them back to a time that it wasn't so positive to be able to say lyrics like this. So you have to understand where you're coming from. But there's a lot of people, and let's just keep it 100, oh God, that are giving this sister some fake ass outrage just because it's easy to give some outrage to a bar. And that's what's the corny part of it. If you want to go, okay, Nikki, you shouldn't have said that. Okay, cool. But you out here throwing all this outrage like your ass had to get up off a bus. And you really tweeting and going in about it. But you really ain't doing nothing but tweeting and going in about it. That's the whack part. So where's the outrage? Is it really channeled towards Nicki Minaj? You guys really upset about her saying that bar? Or are you upset because it's popular to be upset about shit?
Yeah, I'm be honest. I think that when she put the B word in front of Rosa Parks, bitches.
Yeah, it's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. And as much as I hate the people that are the baiters, the race baiters, and they want to put the information out there, and as soon as something, you might not hear from them for like a week or 2, 3 weeks. As soon as something like that comes out, they on their Twitter, boom, you see this? Oh, she did this in the past. I don't care too much about them, but it's still, I think, a legitimate concern, for her to be doing stuff like that. And it's not the first time we heard this. I'm not going to say from her, but from other people where they just, Emmett Till and Weezy, back in the day where he did that whole lyric, people didn't like that. And countless other things people said, it's stupid. I think she's changed the lyric. Probably won't. Why use that? You know what I mean? I just don't get it. It's just stupid.